go into detail when I talk about the national digitization process, but they are really increasing at a pace that is truly tremendous and has led to Pakistan's exports reaching record high this year. However, we also realize that the financial sector, that the financial status of our telecom sector is under pressure. And we understand and we are cognizant of the fact that our telecom sector and our friends from the sector are not only independent businesses, but are an integral part of our economic activity. They are an integral part for our socio-economic development as well. And they fully deserve the financial space. And I aim to bring this win-win mentality to the sector. And when I say the win-win mentality, of course, the win on the government side is all capitalized because you all know who you work for. But I would also, on a serious note, like to say that my ministry is fully committed to policy that enables an ecosystem that really allows our businesses to thrive, whether they're telecom, whether they're IT, whether they're digital services. And we hope to create an environment where all these businesses are happy and willing to work with us, academia, and our people in order to generate services, including all citizen services, whether it's merchant digitalization to digital payments, and most importantly, closing the gender digital divide. And in all of this, the two most important things that are closest to my heart are the issues of inclusion and financial inclusion and mobile ownership. Mobile ownership and internet accessibility will always remain the basis and foundation of any architecture that we want to build on top. And financial inclusion, especially that for our women and marginalized groups and those living in rural areas, in far-flung areas and lesser developed areas of Pakistan, will always remain the key to the development of the country. One basic philosophy that the government, that the Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif Sahab, is absolutely committed to is that the government has no business doing business. We're absolutely committed to rolling back the intervention that the government makes in various businesses, and in order to create a more competitive and a free environment where our businesses can thrive, where our private sector can grow. And as we move on to the digitization journey, we're absolutely clear that it is the private sector that will have to take the lead, with government playing an enablement role. And this is why in the very first months after taking office, it's still only been about 4 to 5 months, I pushed through with the vision and of the Honorable Prime Minister, and with his drive and his support, initiatives like working on the data exchange layers, working on creating digital identity, working on digital payments, and overall what we today popularly call the Pakistan Stack. And these are the exchange layers. This is the digital identity that will prove to be the future of the country, inshallah. Very soon, we will also be bringing a very necessary legislation in this regard, which will ensure institutionalization of this journey that we're embarking on. We're also very firm believers in absolutely systematic approach when it comes to development. And I firmly believe that the greatest return on investment that we can ever get is by investing in 2 areas. One is STEM education, and the other is R&D. It is the scientific, it is the employable education, skill-based education of our young people, our young boys, girls who are in school right now, colleges and universities, that will actually help transform the destiny of this country. Technology will never be the hardest problem. The most difficult problem will always be people and productivity. And it is investment in people, their productivity, research, and development that is going to foster an environment that will ensure and enable a society and a culture which is conducive to an inclusive development. In all of this, if Pakistan has to solve its macroeconomic problems, and if balance of payments is really our largest issue that we're trying to tackle today, and a puzzle that we're trying to solve. It is absolutely clear that digitization and digital exports are truly the biggest piece of this puzzle. I am clear on this. Honorable Prime Minister is clear on this. His cabinet is clear on this. And we're actively and aggressively taking measures to ensure that this happens for Pakistan. And with this, I would like to also put forward the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, which is a truly challenging but a very exciting journey towards national digitization in three critical verticals: governance, economy, and society. I'm not going to go into the details of this right now. Honorable Chief Guest will tell you more about this plan and the vision of the Prime Minister, but I'm just going to say that in all of this, there are always two ways to go, two paths to take. If you want to get somewhere quickly, you go alone, but if you want to reach far, you go together. However, all our deadlines were yesterday. All of you who've worked with the Prime Minister know that. So we have to go far, but we have to go quickly. And with that, I would like to request all of you to be a part of this journey. We are absolutely committed to collaborations, to local alliances, and also international partnerships. We understand the value of working together. We understand the value of collaborating. And we also are absolutely, it's a firm belief that there is no other way forward except that everybody moves together with a single goal on a single pathway. And there's no doubt that mobile is our future. I would like to reiterate the fact that the foundation of all of this will always be mobile services and accessibility to devices, whether we talk about the gender digital divide, we talk about accessibility, we talk about inclusion, we talk about affordability. This is something that we can never, never forget. And how amazing is a smartphone? This is an absolute genius of a human invention. It really, truly brings the world to your doorstep. It allows you to do business from behind the four walls, sitting in a village where no road ever reached. It allows you to get educated in places where schools do not exist. It allows you to really think, relentlessly create, and absolutely really let go and unlock each and every potential that all of us hold. And with this understanding is why we keep focusing on accessibility in terms of internet, in terms of devices, which are absolutely critical to any growth path that we would ever want to.